Broadcasting to YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud. It's the LNG Taxi Podcast.
Hello and welcome to another LNG Taxi Podcast. Today we are on the road. This is a vlog and we are vlogging my day on Uber. My day as an Uber driver. At the minute we're in the bit between Christmas and New Year, which is always a little bit weird, isn't it, on the road? It can be busy or it can be really, really quiet. So basically what we're going to do today is vlog my day, a day in the life of a UK northwest of England Uber driver. How will be fair? Will it be good? Will it be quiet? Well, come with me for the ride. You'll find out yourself. Also, going into 2022, I'm one half of the LNG Taxi Podcast. Lee, my partner, the other half. We're going to be doing lots of podcasting, lots of vlogs, lots of content as we go into 2022 on the LNG Taxi Vlogging Podcast. We've slightly changed the name for more vlogs, more fun, more everything really. It's going to be a really busy podcast next year. So if you'd like to subscribe to us, feel free. Just press the red button below. It's free to do and it won't cost you a bean, which is fantastic. In the days of rising inflation, to have something for free is fantastic, isn't it? So subscribe to it and like, share and comment if you feel you have to down below. Right, start my day. For every driver, the most important thing at the start of the day is what? It's this. It's this. Coffee. This coffee comes courtesy of Greggs. So fresh, the famous. There we go. And every driver has to have a coffee to start the shift. I'm starting. I do a middle shift, so it's midday now, and I'll finish around about midnight. But I'll only vlog in the light, because vlogging in the night time is not really as good as it. So we're going to vlog it in the light and see where we end up today. I'm basically northwest of England, so I'm going to start the shift in Warrington and see where we go. I was going to film quite a bit of the road today as well, and basically just give you an idea of what's going on in between Christmas and New Year in England, where restrictions have not been put back in place. If you're in Wales or Scotland or Northern Ireland, why are restrictions back in place? Omicron variant. It's more transmittable, yeah, but it's no more deadly or no worse than really a heavy cold, maybe a little bit of a flu, but no worse than that. People are testing positive for it now, but not getting really ill. And isolation for 10 days, really? I know loads of people now who've got COVID, and none of them are particularly ill. They're just a little bit under the weather. So restrictions in 2022 not needed now, really. You know, the worst is over. The wave 1 and 2 was horrendous. Wave 3 not that good, but going into 2022 now, January, which is a bleak month anyway, let's not have any more restrictions, Boris. Let's go forward now. Get your booster jabs, get your vaccinations. That's it. That's all we can do, and let's go forward and hopefully have a nice, profitable 2022. Right, let's start the shift. Coffee. Greggs, so fresh, the famous. Now, before you start your shift with Uber, you have to do one thing. We all have to do this. COVID precautions. So, COVID precautions is this. Is my mask. Is my mask. So, before I can log on, I got to do this. I've got to do this. Then I've got to look to the, which is over here. It's over here. It's over there. Which is the phone. Do this. Go over here. Show my face. Log it on, and we're good to go. So that's what we're going to do. That's what I've just done. So we're good to go. And I can now take the mask back off again. How many drivers wear the mask all the time? I've seen some drivers driving around with a mask on when there's no one in the car. Why do you do that? Why? There's no need to do that. You're driving around alone in the car, and you're like that, wearing a mask. You're already breathing in your own air. There's nothing going on there. No mask required when there's nobody with you in the car. And even then, some people who are in the car as well don't even want to wear the mask. And is it right or wrong that I say, if you don't want to wear the mask, fine by me, I'm triple jabbed. I'm okay. I've also had coronavirus as well, way back before vaccinations. I had coronavirus, and it wasn't very nice, but again, not the end of the world. So, starting the vlog, see where we're gonna go today, see what's gonna happen today. Let's join me, let's go for a ride, let's see where we end up, and most importantly of all, on all these vlogs, are we making dollar on a Wednesday between after Christmas and just before New Year in 2021 in a pandemic? See you in a bit.
Broadcasting to YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud. It's the LNG Taxi Podcast. Broadcasting to YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud. It's the LNG Taxi Podcast. Broadcasting to YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud. It's the LNG Taxi Podcast.
Welcome back to the LNG podcast. In between the New Year, the Christmas and New Year period, the little bit in between there, the bit when it's a little bit quieter at the minute, it's been a bit quiet. I've had a little run round there, run round Warrington. I'm currently now in Burtonwood Services. We've done a little bit, but it's not great. It's currently running at about £10 an hour, so it's not brilliant. Today may not be that great. As we head in towards New Year's Eve as well, so today may not be that great, but we will crack on with it and have another little blast of it as well. So yeah, I've done a couple of jobs again, staying in Warrington. Last week in Warrington, I got a couple of my best jobs ever on Uber have all come from Warrington. I've had a Sheffield, I've had a Wolverhampton, I've had a Lancaster, I've had a Carlisle, and I've had a Birmingham. All from Warrington, which has been great really. Manchester and Liverpool have been a little bit, just same old, but Warrington's always been my best area. So if you're an Uber driver in the northwest of England and you fancy coming out of Liverpool or coming out of Manchester, give Warrington a little blast, it's not too bad. But it's come to the time of the day where, again, we visit Greggs. And we have, this is very nice, this is our Greggs cheese and ham. I'm in the gym in January. Greggs cheese and ham keeps us going. That's what the life of an Uber driver is, that you tend to eat out a hell of a lot. I'm currently now in a service area, which is Burtonwood Services, as I mentioned, and we have got more cafe au lait. We now have a bit of food, and we have a little bit of sponsored by Pepsi. The choice of a new generation. So that's what we've got today, keeping us going. Job is not great. There's my little Uber app. It's here. It is not that busy. At the minute, I'll show you. I'll show you. Can you see my Uber app at the minute? Can you see that? Take it off there. You see that? I'm going to come off the screen. I'll put it back on the screen so we can see whether there. There's no. There it is. There's no grey mark. There's no greys anywhere. Is there? It's just pretty much empty at the minute. So not a lot's happening. But you got to expect this. It's in between Christmas and New Year, and we're still in a pandemic. So not great. Not great at all. But it's just one of them things. So I'll check back with you in a minute and give you a little bit of a final update of how we're getting on Uber on this Wednesday after Christmas and before New Year. Currently running at only £10 an hour, so not brill. Check back with you in a bit with the scores on the doors. If you'd like to subscribe to our channel, please feel free to do so. The LNG Taxi Vlogging Podcast, as we're now called. Feel free to do so. Free to subscribe. And into 2022, myself and Lee, my partner in crime, will be vlogging a lot more. He'll be doing vlogs in his minibus. I'll be doing more vlogs here on Uber, and of course we'll be sitting in our little studio doing plenty of podcasts, talking all things taxi and talking all things outside taxi as well, talking things which affect us all, including one of the biggest things of all is our health. That's our mental health and our physical health. In this job, your physical health gets a bit of a whack now and again, because we sit, like I sit here now in this one position, sits here for a long period of time. So your physical health takes a whack. Of course, eating this sort of stuff as well don't really help. I know some drivers who bring little boxes to work with them, but I just too lazy to do that. I eat and go. I eat on the go all the time. But I've tried to avoid McDonald's now as well. I'm trying to keep away from McDonald's because it's just, over Christmas time, I have definitely gained weight. Lots of beer, lots of food, and I got lots of chocolate for Christmas as well. So I've got more chocolate now than a chocolate shop in my house at the minute. So you've got to get back in the gym. So that's what we're going to do in the new year. We're going to be looking at our health, our healthy bodies and our healthy minds, because it goes to pot. Christmas time, it goes to pot for everyone, doesn't it, really? But I'm going to do, I'll do a session in the gym in January to show us as well as my vlog to the Midlands. That's coming up in January. Work in the Midlands on a Sefton North Liverpool licence. Yes, it's legal to do it. I've already done the West Midlands video down there to look at if you haven't looked at it already. And I'll be doing the East Midlands in January. Last time I was in the East Midlands, I had a really bad experience down there. I worked for a few years ago, before Uber changed all the rules around, and I had the snottiest customer in the world. A woman got in the car and literally said to me, "Don't speak to me, don't have the radio on, don't even look at me." Her journey was 10 minutes. It felt like she was in the car for an hour. Really strange old woman, and that was in Nottingham. Now I'm going back to Nottingham next week. Video will be up online in the first couple of weeks of January. Me in the East Midlands, so Derby, Nottingham, and Leicester. I'm going to be working on a Sefton badge, North Liverpool licence. See how we get on. Will it any more profitable than the West Midlands, where I was doing £18 an hour in the West Midlands, which was pretty good. That was just before Christmas though. January could be a different story. Today in Warrington, running at £10 an hour, and we'll be doing that in the East Midlands in the first week of January. So it could be, hopefully it'll be no less than £10 an hour. Hopefully, I'm looking for more than £10 an hour. All dependent on restrictions if they come to us as well in January. Hopefully, fingers crossed, no restrictions in January for England, but you just never know with the coronavirus pandemic still very much with us. So I'll check back with you in a little while to give you the final scores on the doors. Can we improve on £10 an hour on this vlog or not? Hopefully we will. £10 an hour at the minute, not great. But what do you expect in between Christmas and New Year? Check with you in a second. Just eat this now and get even fatter. Eric Morecambe, hey, glasses on. I need these glasses to drive. Without these glasses, I'd be snookered. I wouldn't, like Mr. Magoo, if I didn't have these on. Well, the final scores on the doors. We did not get above £10 an hour today. It just stayed sluggy, slow. With Uber though, you are guaranteed the minimum wage of £8. Is it £8 or something, 79 an hour now? They guarantee the minimum wage when you're online. I've done over the minimum wage. I've always done over the minimum wage. Never ever gone below the minimum wage ever on Uber. And all the time I've been with them 5.5 years, nearly 6 years now on the platform. 6 years, and still going strong. So oh yeah, I did have as well recently someone who said I was driving too fast, but apparently that's not that's a very usual occurrence. Some people just like to moan, and sometimes I think it's not even the passengers. I think some other people see your car, jot down your reg number and jot down your plate and report you to Uber. I think that can happen, that without the passenger even being in the car. Just some people don't like Uber, do they? Especially Hackney drivers don't like us at all, and some private hire drivers from other companies, especially the ones when you pull into a station and your Uber driver, they don't like you at all, do they? I've had some glares over the last 5 years on Uber. Well, that's it. £10 an hour. Got no more than that. Not great, not great. January, now interesting to hear what January brings us. I'll be vlogging in January, East Midlands coming up as well, of course, and across the Northwest. And I may even take a trip back down to the West Midlands to see how it goes in January. So, coronavirus still with us. Next year, 2022, going to be an interesting year. They reckon that there could be some hard times ahead in the economy. If that's the case, the first thing to suffer, taxi trade. And if the economy slows down and God forbid we go into a recession, what happens is drivers jump on from everywhere. Drivers come on from everywhere. Suddenly we then become oversubscribed with drivers, which happened in 2007, 2008 when we had that, remember the economic crash, and literally the whole economy ground to a halt, and suddenly we got drivers on. We got thousands of drivers all joining, and the job just completely died. That was probably for me, 2008 was probably the worst time I've ever had in the taxi trade. 2008, 2009 were the slowest times and really were struggles, and we were doing like 14, 15 hours a day, and we were just scraping and buying £100 a day. It was so hard. Hopefully that's not going to happen, because at the minute, with the driver shortage, it's a bit easier. Now today hasn't been great. There hasn't been that many Ubers around today as well, but the customer base is very low at the minute. Everyone's saving themselves now, aren't they, for New Year's Eve? Which, of course, I'm not working New Year's Eve this year. I'm going out, so I'll be looking for a cab as well. Have a great New Year's Eve. Anyway, have a brilliant New Year's Eve. Myself and Lee, my partner in crime, Lee Rough Boy Kelly, will be back with us in January to start the LNG podcast. Every Wednesday, there'll be a new podcast coming up. Every Wednesday without fail through the whole of 2022 to grow the channel and make the channel bigger and better. As I say, we're going to be looking at other things besides taxiing. We're going to be looking at other subjects when we do our podcasts in the studio side by side. And of course, both will be doing road videos, and Lee's going to give us a review of his Mercedes bus. Are Mercedes good to buy? Are they reliable? Will they last and last and last? And I'll do a review on my car, which is a Toyota Corolla Hybrid. Since I've had hybrid, ain't going back to anything else now. Really are good cars. So, have yourself a fantastic New Year's Eve. Keep safe. Keep them lateral flow tests coming. And hopefully you'll be good. If you got COVID at the minute, hopefully you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't worry too much. You'll be fine. And good luck anyway. And we'll see you on the next LNG Taxi podcast coming your way in January, where I go to the Midlands and Lee reviews his bus and takes a tour on his working day. So a day in the life of a private hire driver, that will be coming very, very soon in the new year. So if you'd like to subscribe to our channel, please do so. It's all free to do. It just helps us along a little bit. And if you like what we're doing, give us a comment. If you don't like what we're doing, give us a comment as well. It's all good. It's all good. And have a good time. And we'll see you pretty soon. Happy New Year.